Well, Jade is my name. I'm from Doncaster in England. I've been living in the Czech Republic in Prague for 13 years. I came in 2007 to dance with the Czech National Ballet, and I was dancing with them for 6 years. And for a multitude of reasons, I decided to cut my career short and focus on teaching instead, and it also allowed me the time and scope to explore more freelance work, try my hand in some theatre, a little bit of acting. So that's what I've been up to. Well, I suppose I had an older cousin, and she would come over for sleepovers when I was like 7, and she was a year older than me, and she was already doing theatre and dance, and it was like a classic kind of, someone you look up to and they're able to do something that you're not able to do, and we'd just make up shows together. Mum would film them, and it was just like I got the bug straight away, and I begged her to take me to a dance class, and it just escalated from there, really. Had some natural talent, so that was encouraging as a kid, and I didn't really look back. I was on a one-way track then. I just knew I wanted to be a dancer, and yeah. With D prompt, well, I suppose I came for the audition and met you, Christopher, and Levan, and I just felt very comfortable in your presence. It felt like a good work aura. I felt like we understood each other. We had a connection, and I felt that you guys trusted me in the process. So I was encouraged to give it a go. Well, I was given an opportunity that I've never had before. So I was asked to work on the shadow play, on the shadow section of the play, and it's the first time I've been given the opportunity to choreograph dialogue. So I'm usually working with music, strictly dance, and it was just a very interesting project to kind of work on more literal movements. How can I portray a dialogue through movement, and work on that? How will the audience perceive it? It was just a whole new realm for me, and I thought it was going to expand my knowledge and interests and such. Well, the most memorable role, or I would say my favorite role, was I got to perform Cinderella in Jean-Christophe Maillet's production. And it's a ballet, it's a classical ballet, but actually the role of Cinderella is danced barefoot in this production. So it was the first time that I got to bring a human element onto the stage, in that I could really focus on the acting without being distracted by some, technical element coming up. And it was a really tough process because, I was in a kind of square and always trying to make everything look pretty. And the ballet masters really had to break me down and work on how to project from the inside out. And once I got it, once I really understood it, it was the most, freeing experience, just to really be on the stage, really truly be in the moment. So that will forever be my most favorite role. I can't imagine anything more than that, because it was the first time as well. Yes. The characters that I play, the first character I play is called Ada Stevens. She is going through a divorce. Her husband cheated on her, and she's relying on prescription drugs to get her through that. She's very nervous, mistrusting, angry woman. And the second character I play is the wife of Betty Stocker's lover. And so I'm just expressing the frustration of being with an unfaithful partner and going through that whole discovery. Well, a dancer comes to mind first of all. That's Marianela Nunes. She's just She's one of those dancers that she has the full package technically, but she's just got such a quality. She knows when to restrain, not to just whack her leg up for no reason. She really, every movement that she does has such a purpose and quality. Her stage presence is magnetic. Like you can't take your eyes off of her. And I was lucky enough to be a student on stage with her, and you could see her in the wings, how supportive she was of the other dancers, just sitting in the wings, smiling. Like, she had a big role coming up. She was about to go on stage, and she'd just be sitting in the wings watching other company members, smiling, giving them so much energy. And I suppose actors that I like, I really like Emily Blunt, for example, that she has that great quality that she can have a light, humorous approach, and she plays the dramatic roles also very well, and she just can float so easily between the two, and also seems like a lovely person. I think that we are finding a woman in a very difficult moment of her life where everything is just going wrong for her. Her life situation is becoming very heavy. She's unsure of herself. She doesn't know if she's a good person or not. She's trying to be, but she's found herself in situations or exhibiting behaviors that she's not proud of, and she's just struggling with that and trying to find her way through life, which I think is very relatable. That we're all, to a greater or lesser extent, we all have around about the same moral compass, and how good or bad we are is kind of determined on the situations that we find ourselves in. We don't always have total control of that. So I have a lot of empathy for the character. She's trying her best. I think the only playwright I can say I really truly know or studied is Shakespeare, because that's what we were taught in school, and then my life projected me off in another direction. So I can't say I have a favourite playwright. I don't know enough of them to judge, but give me a few years. Oh, how to describe the play. I mean, it's very intimate. You are really brought into the character's little world. I haven't seen anything like it before. How to describe it further? I just feel like it's very intimate, cozy, uncomfortable. It's actually been a really wonderful process, because everybody is giving their all. They're really making the time and effort to pull this together, despite having the 9 to 5 or having the children, and everyone's heart is really in it. So it's been a very easy process in terms of that, working with the cast members. And the process of creating each of the roles has been really lovely as well, because I've been able to work with their personalities and their natural quality of movement and bring that into the character that they're playing, so it doesn't feel foreign to them. They feel like themselves, they're able to respond naturally, because while it's choreographed, it has to remain a dialogue, so they have to feel comfortable in their skin. And the dancers were really open to that, and they gave me a lot of themselves in the process, so it was an enjoyable experience. Mm-hmm. Well, I would say very trusting, especially in the beginning of the process. He really gave a lot of trust and a lot of freedom, at least with my role in this. There's a certain amount of interpretation that he allowed me to have. And now that we're in the process of putting it all together, it's so wonderful to see these little details and how he's managing to mesh the actress with the dancers. And yeah, he's just got a good eye for the little moments that will really pull it all together and make it cohesive, these two different art forms, through a screen, to bring them together. So yeah, it's really great, supportive environment, and yeah, enjoyable for us all. I hope they will pause to take a moment of self-reflection. You know, maybe it's that they realize that how lucky they are to be in the circumstances they're in, that they're not going through this turmoil, what a word. Or maybe if they are going through a hard time, they will realize, you know, it's not that they're not bad people. You know, they will be able to accept their circumstances and find comfort in witnessing on stage somebody else that is going through something. I just hope they will come away having, lived with the character on stage. Well, my goal was really just because each character that Betty Stocker is interacting with is there just for a moment. So I just hope that we can present to the audience a crystallized version of each character. So while they're only on stage for a moment, you do kind of take the essence of the character away so that they're able to connect with that character instantaneously. Betty Stocker is in all of us, in a sense, you know. She's very relatable, so in that sense, yes, she reminds me, of elements of me, and but it's, like I said, I've not seen anything like this before. It's something different. It's a new realm for me, so not really, I would say. More? That's me. In a nutshell. Okay.
Perfect.